Hello everyone. We are pleased to present our project on the revitalization of Darya Khan Tomb, 16th century Lodi era monument located in Kidwai Nagar, New Delhi. As a team of urban regeneration students, our work focuses on the intervention of heritage conservation with contemporary urban tools to restore the monument's lost relevance. If we talk about the aim, our aim was to document, interpret, and revitalize the Darya Khan tomb through a heritage led brownfield regeneration strategy, integrating photogrammetry, contextual design, and immersive technologies to restore its historical significance and embed it meaningfully into the contemporary urban fabric. Our objectives were to assess the spatial and contextual challenges affecting the Darya Khan tomb within its present urban surroundings, to digitally document the monument using photogrammetry for accurate 3D modeling and archival purposes, to identify issues of decay and disconnection, both physical and cultural, that hinder the monument's relevance, to propose design intervention that are sensitive to the tomb's heritage character while enhancing public accessibility and engagement, to integrate immersive technologies, which is AI and VR, for visualization, education, and interpretation of the tomb's historical and architectural value, to reposition the monument as a cultural node within the neighborhood, contributing to community identity and urban renewal. Our mission was to transform forgotten monuments like Darya Khan Tomb from the local lyrics into globally accessible digital heritage treasures.
Coming to the master plan for Delhi MPT 2041, this yellow color represents the residential area. Darya Khan tomb is majorly surrounded by the residential area only. MPT 2041 aims sustainable and livable urban development. This area is defined as protected area and does not grant automatic construction rights within the regulated zone.
Coming to Darya Khan tomb, it's a 16th century Lodi era tomb located in the heart of Kidwai Nagar, New Delhi. Once set in a green expanse, now engulfed by dense residential development. Spatially isolated and functionally redundant due to rapid urbanization. It's neglected in urban discourse despite architectural and historic value. Our vision was to reposition the tomb as a vibrant, community centric urban landmark, restore its landscape, and improve physical and visual access. Introduce context sensitive design interventions that blend heritage with daily life. Reinforce cultural identity while meeting contemporary urban needs. History of Darya Khan's tomb. The significance of Darya Khan Luhani, which is a noble and military commander under the Lodhi dynasty. The tomb was built in early 16th century. Example of Lodhi era funerary architecture. Square plan, domed roof, arched openings. Original context versus the present condition. Originally, it is set in a green, open, Sultanate style garden tomb landscape. Urban expansion and post independence development disrupted spatial integrity. Tomb is now isolated, surrounded by dense residential fabric. The current challenges are minimal signages, visibility, or public access, lack of community engagement despite ASI protection, culturally and contextually disconnected from the city fabric. Relevance for brownfield regeneration. It serves as a vital opportunity for heritage led urban renewal, can reconnect historical identity with modern urban needs. Ideal case for integrating preservation with placemaking. Digital heritage documentation. The heritage crisis is basically it's facing physical deterioration, which is weathering, pollution, and neglect, which is causing the structural damage. There is a documentation gap, limited records of architectural details, and historical significance. Knowledge loss, disappearing craftsmanship techniques and cultural context. If we digitalize the preservation, we can come to the essential part of it, which is permanence. Digital records can survive physical deterioration. Accessibility, global access for researcher and other interested people. Detail capture, microscopic architectural elements can be preserved through the digital approach. Cost effective, it's less expensive than traditional archaeological methods. The current state of the structure is crumbling, and it's very limited ongoing structure that can be preserved. Global heritage, international recognition, academic preservation. Future benefits of documentation through digital thing. International recognition. The digital archives make sites accessible to UNESCO, heritage organization, and academic institution potentially. Academic research. The scholars worldwide can study architectural detail, construction techniques, and historical significance without physical travel. Educational resource. Virtual reality experiences and 3D models become powerful teaching tools for school and university globally. Restoration references. Precise digital records serve as blueprints for accurate restoration and conservation efforts. Cultural diplomacy. Digital heritage becomes a tool for cultural exchange and international relation as well. Economic benefits. Enhanced visibility can attract tourism, research funding, and conservation grants from international organizations. Coming to the heritage conservation workflow. First thing we did was the selection of the site analysis, and problem identification. Moving to AI generated intervention through photogrammetry and AI VR interventions, which was a solution image. If we talk about photogrammetry, it's divided into four parts: data collection, 3D modeling, texturing, and virtual reality.
Coming to the issue identification part, let's begin by addressing the most immediate challenge, structural deterioration. The main dome and its subsidiary structures are visibly cracked, with mortar missing in several places. We also observed a significant loss of ornamentation. Once intricate plasterwork and calligraphy are now almost entirely eroded. The colonnades and gateways show signs of severe weathering, with collapsing stonework threatening the dome's stability. Next slide. Next is urban encroachment. The tomb, once nestled in a serene green expanse, is now hemmed in by modern construction under the East Kidwai Nagar redevelopment project. Towering high rises dominate the skyline, dwarfing the monument's scale and diluting its historical presence. Furthermore, informal use of the space, like nearby seatings, littering, and gatherings, compromises the site's dignity. Another major concern is the lack of clear legal and administrative demarcation. There are no defined boundaries indicating the protected area. Modern additions like benches and paving have appeared within what should be a conserved zone, suggesting poor regulatory oversight and possibly unauthorized interventions. Next slide. One of the most overlooked yet critical issues is the absence of signage and awareness. Visitors are provided with no information about the tomb's history or significance. There is no designated entry route, and the site feels almost invisible in Delhi's larger heritage landscape. This neglect reinforces its disconnect from public memory. Finally, we face the conflict between conservation and urban development. There seems to be a disconnect between stakeholders like ASI, NBCC, and NDMC. Modern elements such as concrete pathways and urban furniture stand in stark contrast to the historic environment, showcasing a failure to balance heritage preservation with infrastructural modernization.
Moving on to the methodology of photogrammetry. If we start, with the step 0, it's data collection, capturing the photographs. Moving to step 1, tie points, aligning photos based on the geotagged location in the metadata of the photographs. Step 2, point cloud, created using 40,000 points identified in each photograph and superimposing on one another. Mesh model, built using the point cloud by connecting the points to create surfaces. Step 4 is shaded model, created after the meshing of the model and imposing colors taken from the each point of the point cloud. Step 5, texture model. Finally, the depth map is created using the depth of the image captured in the depth of field stored in the metadata of the photograph and that is superimposed. Step 0, data collection capturing the photographs. This is the most critical foundation of the photogrammetry process. A large number of overlapping, high resolution photographs are taken of the object or structure from all angles, including top down, frontal, and oblique views. The goal is to ensure that each part of the subject appears in multiple photographs, which allow the software to compare and match features later. In addition to the image itself, modern digital cameras embed metadata into each file. This includes geotagging by GPS coordinates, camera focal length, angle, exposure, and depth of the field of all which are critical for accurate spatial reconstruction in later steps. Step 1, tie points, aligning photos based on the geotag location into the metadata of the photographs. Once the photographs are imported into photogrammetry software, the system scans them for identifiable features or tie points, specific elements that appear in more than one photo, such as edges, textures, or corners. These tie points are then aligned based on the geotagged metadata, location, and orientation of the camera at the time of the capture. This process creates a sparse 3D framework or a virtual scaffold defining the relative camera position and allowing the software to understand how the scene is oriented in 3 dimensions. Moving on to step 2, tie points, aligning photos based on geotag location into the metadata of the photograph. With tie points established, the software calculates a dense point cloud. Each point corresponds to a pixel location in 3D space as triangulated from multiple photographs. On average, 40,000 or more points are generated per image, and these are layered and merged to create a raw 3D structure of the object. Though not yet solid, this point cloud is extremely rich in spatial data and visually outlines the object's volume and contours. This stage is essential for capturing integrate surface variation, especially in heritage structures where material erosion or ornamentation must be retained accurately. Step 3, Mesh model, building using the point cloud by connecting the points to create surfaces. The mesh model is created by connecting the points in the point cloud using a network of triangles or polygons. This produces a continuous 3D surface, often referred to as a mesh or a wireframe. This model accurately defines the form, dimension, and surface detail of the object. It transforms the previously floating cloud into a structural model that can be analyzed, manipulated, and digitally preserved. At this stage, holes or noise may be manually cleaned up to refine the form, especially in areas where photos had poor coverage. Step 4, Shaded model. Created after the meshing of the model and imposing colors taken from each point of the point cloud. In this step, the color information from the original photograph is projected onto the mesh to create a visually interpretable shaded model. The software calculates the best image to use for each surface based on angle, light, and proximity and assigns a base color accordingly. The result is a gray to color shaded 3D model where surfaces began to resemble the real world structure. It becomes easier to visually assess texture, wear, and architecturally features, especially useful in heritage conservation or restoration planning. Coming to the step 5, It's a textured model. Finally, the depth map is created using the depth of the image captured in the depth of the field stored in the metadata of the photograph. And that is superimposed on the colors to create texture in the model. The final and the most refined step is texturing. Here, the system uses the depth of field information stored in the image metadata to create a depth map. This map reflects how far each surface is from the lens and helps generate a realistic texture layer. This texture is then superimposed on the shaded model, blending color surface variation to generate a highly realistic, fully textured 3D model. The result is almost indistinguishable from the actual object, ideal for documentation, virtual exhibition, 3D printing, or immersive AR, AI VR application.
Coming to the context of the tomb, so the monument, it sits within a 100-meter prohibited zone as per the heritage conservation guidelines, which helps preserve its immediate surrounding from modern encroachment. So the context, it basically comprises of a vibrant mix of residential and urban elements. To the north, we have the NBCC apartments, a modern housing complex, Kidwai Nagar Park, which adds a green, open space in the vicinity, providing a recreational area for local residents. Kidwai Nagar Road, a key arterial route which runs adjacent to the site, connecting the area to the wider urban fabric of the Delhi. So overall, the context is defined by the juxtapoint of the historical heritage, modern residential blocks, and green spaces, which creates a dynamic yet sensitive urban environment around the Darya Khan tomb. So this is the existing elevation, which is showing the some of the issues that we have identified on the site, like improper lighting and open wires, structural deterioration and damage, lack of signages and public awareness. This is the existing section, which again is showing the issues like unfurnishing spaces and disorganized waste points. So coming to the proposal, so our idea was to basically plan to propose a plan to rejuvenate Darya Khan tomb using cutting-edge AI and VR technology. The project merges immersive digital experiences with a careful heritage conservation. Visitors can explore the monument through engaging virtual reconstructions. Smart urban amenities will complement the revitalization for a vibrant space. So our approach aimed to seamlessly blend heritage preservation with modern innovation. So the first proposal was to integrate smart urban amenities. So the intervention, it introduces a range of smart urban facilities designed to enhance user engagement, accessibility, and comfort within the heritage site, which includes AI-powered interactive panels that provide a real-time information, historical insights, and digital navigation assistance for the visitors. Smart benches have been installed to offer ergonomic seating with integrated features such as mobile charging and ambient lighting. Then modern and energy efficient street lighting ensures safety and visibility during evening hours while complementing the aesthetic of the space. So these interventions thoughtfully integrated into the landscape, not only to improve functionality, but also to create a more inclusive and tech-enabled environment that supports heritage appreciation and community interaction. So the other proposal was the immersive heritage experience through VR visualization. The VR headsets provision on the site offer a fully immersive visualization of the dome and its surrounding heritage landscape. Through these headsets, visitors can experience a detailed and interactive 360 degrees view of the monument, including its architectural elements, historical context, and a spatial relationship with the environment. Since the site and the dome are currently in a deteriorated state, the VR experience allows users to witness the structure in its original grandeur and intact form. The virtual reconstruction brings the monument to life, enabling visitors to appreciate its design excellence, craftsmanship, and cultural significance as it once stood in its prime. So coming to the proposed plan, so you can see here at the center of the design is a kiosk for virtual reality, offering immersive historical experiences, where visitors can virtually explore the site original form and past narratives. Well-planned pathways which will ensure the easy navigation without disturbing the heritage fabric. The layout, it maintains the visual symmetry and accessibility across the site. And then the AI-powered interactive panels which will offer personalized information in multiple languages. These panels adapt to user queries, deepening historical understanding. Seating areas are strategically placed for the comfort and contemplation. They encourage longer, more meaningful visits within the landscape environment. Overall, the design blends technology with heritage to create an educational and memorable experience. So these are the images, before and after images. The left image, it shows the current neglected state of the site with minimal visitor infrastructure. So on the right-hand side, this image, it presents our vision: revitalized pathways, seating, and digital panels to enhance accessibility and learning. This transformation balances heritage conservation with modern user-friendly design. Again, on the left-hand side image, it depicts the current condition, which is isolated and lacking interpretive support. And on the right-hand side, this image, it shows the proposed revitalization with paved walkways, lighting, signages, and seating. This approach enhances visitors' experiences while respecting the monument's historical integrity. Then these are the proposed elevation. This is the proposed elevation, which is showing the pedestrian light and the pedestrian that we have provided or incorporated hedges and signages, furnitures, etc. This is the proposed section, which is again showing the pedestrian light, signages, and furnitures.
Coming to the conclusion section, our proposal for the Darya Khan tomb isn't just conservation. It's a reimagination of heritage for the 21st century. We are blending cutting-edge technology with deep cultural respect to bring this invaluable site back to life. And the ways we have done it is digital preservation and restoration. Using photogrammetry, we have precisely documented the tomb as it stands today. Then AI-driven regeneration steps in, intelligently reconstructing missing or damaged sections, offering a respectful glimpse into its original magnificence. Second, immersive visitor experience. Get ready to step back in time. Our plan incorporates VR visualization and AI-powered interactive kiosk on site. Visitors will be able to immerse themselves in the tomb's rich history through engaging spatial and narrative experiences. And finally, sustainable and smart infrastructure. We are integrating smart infrastructure like benches and lighting, aligning with modern goals for sustainability and visitors' comfort. Thank you.
The 16th century tomb of Darya Khan Lohani in Kidwainagar, once serene, is now a forgotten monument, swallowed by Delhi's urban sprawl. Our project seeks to revive its isolated historical gem through a brownfield development. By restoring its landscape, enhancing accessibility, and integrating thoughtful design, we'll transform it into a vibrant community cultural hub, reconnecting a lost piece of heritage with modern urban life. Delhi's Master Plan 2041 prioritizes heritage. Despite a smaller designated protected area, strict approval for any development remains. Photogrammetry has revolutionized the way we capture, document, and preserve built heritage. Step 0. Data collection. Step 1. Tie points. Step 2. Point cloud. Step 3. Mesh model. Step 4. Shaded model. And finally, Step 5. Textured model. The monument sits within a 100-meter prohibited zone as per Heritage Conservation Guidelines, which helps preserve its immediate surroundings from modern encroachment. Darya Khan's tomb sits within a dynamic urban environment. It's bordered by NBCC apartments to the north, Kidwainagar Park for green spaces, and Kidwainagar Road, a major arterial route. This creates a sensitive mix of historical heritage, modern residences, and green areas. Darya Khan Lohani's 16th century tomb is a prime example of austere, Lodi funerary architecture. Once a garden tomb, urban growth has isolated this historically significant yet largely forgotten protected monument. It presents a critical opportunity for heritage-led brownfield regeneration to reconnect it with contemporary urban life. Cracked and damaged domes. Large fissures and missing mortar on the main and subsidiary domes indicate ongoing decay. Loss of ornamentation. Incised plaster and calligraphy panels are eroded or entirely gone, leaving only faint traces of the original decoration. Column capitals, architraves, and gateway stones are badly weathered or collapsed, compromising overall stability. The reason for selecting the partially dilapidated Darya Khan Lohani tomb for AI VR restoration is simple and powerful. It allows AI to reconstruct its lost glory, vividly showing how it used to be beyond what physical ruins can convey.